Penny. Sheldon? Penny. Sheldon? Penny. Sheldon? Penny. Sheldon? Penny. I mean, she comes to the door like that. And now that I got your attention, it is, check the time, 9:33. God, all these fucking serial numbers are picking, like, everywhere in my life. Like, yesterday I got up on 4. At 4. Maybe it was a little after, like 4:12. So, what have I got to do this time? My review on the leaked plot spoilers of Prometheus. First of all, I have to say that no, I won't be providing the sites if that would give me any kind of like marks on my channel. I don't know, they seem reliable, they seem, viable, they seem like they could fit within the story that's being told. You definitely don't get 100% of that kind of information in the trailer. And I remember someone saying, like, oh, I'm glad it wasn't like a traditional full-length trailer because, I would have felt like I saw the whole movie. Considering I love spoilers or whatever, I wouldn't have minded, but wow. All I can say is, wouldn't it be fucking incredible if that's how the world really did start? I think it's pretty improbable this is not an Alien prequel. Even, I would say the last fact, aside from all the crazy shit that happens on Primordial Earth with the space jockeys and stuff like that, and whatever the hell the stuff about a, overwhelming giant star beast is, I looked that up. I actually found like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They're basically like bear, wolfen creatures with, constellations on them, gauntlets, wings, extra mandibles, stuff like that. They have this very royal feeling to them. It's look up like holy or royal angels of Digimon, like I would say, Cherubimon. Cherubimon is based on the cherubim, which are the burning angels, which makes me think of Seraph from The Matrix because his code was burning. And don't think Smith was in that kind of high choir of angels within a digital environment, not an ethereal environment. I just think philosophy is incredibly interesting because the questions are so huge. You could spend your whole life on just one question. Like, okay, let's go to Matrix 1. Let's leave Prometheus to the side, and let's go to Matrix 1. When Neo is in the construct for the first time, and, Morpheus is trying to teach him, oh, robots bad, human resistance good, it switches, and it's more your choice at the end of Revolutions. Kind of. Because Neo goes out all martyr style. But I guess the question that Satie answers Well, it's self-explaining. He's going to come back. His purpose will be different. The thing about The Matrix Online was, when they finished it up, they said that Neo and Trinity were the culminating effort of programs and real 0-1, world robots, to try to integrate a soul and computer code together inside a human body that could exist outside of the Matrix. And if that's true, well, then that explains every special thing they can do. And in fact, even though it is in the Matrix, when Neo, pumped life into Trinity's heart again and took the bullet out, in real life, not everybody survives resuscitation. In fact, a lot of people just completely shut down. They may actually have a little bit of life left and may slowly be grasping onto it, and then be like, oh, I'm better, almost. And then, they go, clear, and then person's dead. Well, I guess you could consider dead, no essence, black smoke, completely letting go of everything, just not giving a fuck in the afterworld. If you don't give a fuck in the real world, fuck Schitt's Creek and fuck the paddle, you're lying in the water trying to die. But let's go back to Prometheus. Okay. So, all I can say is, upon reading 3 nearly identical summaries of the movie, one woman has a child and names her Ripley. Is that not a connection to the first Alien? I mean, I guess you can make the distinction that any buddy on Earth could be named Ripley. But I'm sure they'll make certain that they say, her first name's Ellen. Well then, okay. And, let's see. The Mystery of the Space Jockey. Now, I know I've seen a lot of concept art, and I can clarify that little bug, if you've seen the trailers, who the fuck hasn't seen the trailers? It's so damn interesting. It is actually just a simple fly, and it's meant to start a metamorphosis chain. And that leads the people with, the orange skin or orange eyes, like, not really blood, but slightly bloodshot, looking like they're going to fall apart. They turn into protoforms. Now, what's a protoform? It's a very basic form of the aliens you get in the Alien series. Only everything is shorter. The head's not as elongated. It has kind of like a ruffled area around here, kind of like my shirt. This is just going off the basic H. Geiger photo. Well, not photo. Artwork. And it looks like the head almost kind of tilts up. So, and I don't know whether this is placed right, whether the redhead, whatever that hell her name is, I can't think of it. It's kind of odd. They don't really mention too many characters' names, just the last names in kind of like alien tradition. And to mention, like, the last thing you see when you see that crash space jockey ship on a distant planet is, you know, an egg, an alien facehugger egg, and it's starting to tingle. So the one thing is, what is this Star Beast thing about? I've seen some Google images, and, you know, it's just a different mutation of the typical alien. And from what I can say, like, I'm a big Alien fan, big Predator fan. So I've seen, you know, multiple iterations. I've seen the underwater alien, you know, from Alien Resurrection. Yeah, sniffing that the waxy stuff behind your ears that smells bad. And I'm rubbing it on my jeans. And I found this out today, just side note. Apparently jean shorts are going out of style. Everybody's stealing their, you know, mom's or girlfriend's pants, super tight jeans with, you know, skate shoes, reverting back to canvas, and everything has to be vulcanized. You know, and even if it isn't, vulcanized feel in a cup sole. That's almost like me saying I don't like my Costin shoes. They're the first Costin on, you know, Nike, and they're good. I just wish they had You smoke? You smoke weed and toke? You're gonna cough heavy. Okay. So let's go back to some Prometheus-based topic. Now, when in the trailer the person says every king has a rule and then they die, for, you know, showing like the partial, I guess, human view, and it looks like, again, there's, you know, veins running through parts of the space jockey. There's actually one that I would say is at least 8'9", and, you know, you see one of the Prometheus crew members like cowering in a corner, like, oh shit, I'm dead. Because apparently they didn't bring anything as far as a weapon beyond a flamethrower. But, you know, if you watch the Alien films, then you know that's actually a really damn good weapon. I would say a good half of the crew mutates. And, you know, that whole, you know, they're changing. What? Changing into what? That's probably towards the end of the film. And I think it's a good thing that this is like, it starts out, you know, from step 1 to step 2, but then it goes to step 7 and 3, and then 2.5. It's exactly the way Ridley Scott likes to pace his movies, and it's not just, you know, for simple, maybe, aesthetics, I guess you could say. A lot of abstract artists do their work in, you know, no specific order. But it works in the term of the story. And no matter what information you gather from any of the trailers, you want more. I mean, you could completely hate horror films, to be honest, and you'd want more. So then I could just say, look online for some spoilers, and they're very reliable, and I'm sure that they're shortened versions of the entire script without, any script. My cigarette. And the reason I seem to be going on about this like a manic monkey, god damn it, let me get a lighter now. This lighter is shit. It's the human condition as well. We find one thing, once it's disposable and we have the ability to dispose of it, we do. We don't repurpose it, nor do we try to bring it back to what it was. And even really intelligent people do that. So, I think this will be a good idea, but just let me ask it, because I talked a lot about, the Matrix and its philosophy, and how much of a holy shit Prometheus is an incredible film. So, I'll try to give you God damn it. Ashes on my phone. A philosophical question based on what I know of Prometheus. I'll give you one for spoilers and one as a general question. So, round one, spoilers. What the fuck is a Star Beast? Can anybody give me a clear-cut Alien franchise Star Beast picture? Something lively, something juicy. If it's got that second mouth coming out and it's all wet and shit, that'd be awesome. And remember, send it to my YouTube account. And I guess the philosophical one is, what would the world be like had a team gone back through a wormhole to primordial Earth, actually witnessing the very events if the ancient aliens theory is true? But they got a little too close and things just got real fucked up. Now suddenly one of the members is back in, I think it's 2090, but she's in a psychiatric hospital, and it's all because they know what happened. Government, Weyland, and it's just a cover-up. And she's pregnant with Eleanor Ripley, the one who initiates the catalyst of fusion with the Queen, with her, half DNA, half human, half alien. She always mentions through the film Alien Resurrection, I can feel it, it's sad, or something like that. And that's a mental ability called empathy. You can feel what another person is feeling when they're feeling it. I don't know why, I always think of like a Jean Grey thing. Like, putting my fingers to my head. Because no one would get the inclination that I'm doing anything telepathic if my fingers aren't to my head. So basically, you take the events of all the spoilers for Prometheus. This is kind of clarifying my second question. And aside from, one crew member who's letting all the beans loose and pregnant with an important baby, Ripley, how would the world be different? Because, I remember some guy, he was on InfoNet or something, and paraphrased it, meddling humans went into the magician's chamber and were punished for their trespass. That's pretty accurate. I don't really think the space jockeys are magicians by any account, but they are certainly the most advanced life forms that have been presented within the course of these movies. Now, people are saying that there's going to be a second, or it's going to be a trilogy, but when you read this, not only will you be overwhelmed, but you'll wonder, what else are they going to cram out? I mean, what are they going to try to make the second one like a Blade Runner type thing? And have a guy hunting aliens? I don't know. But the thing is, considering humans from the future went through a wormhole and witnessed and meddled in the events of the aliens creating the very life that they came through the wormhole, it's like the end is the beginning and the beginning is the end. That's a good song. One was used for the Watchmen trailer, and the other one was used for Batman and Robin, one of those really, I guess, like, stoner-esque Batman film. No, you couldn't enjoy those films on weed. Okay, well, basically, if you were in a wormhole, and you went back and you witnessed the Earth being terraformed by aliens, people got infected, turned into aliens, and there was one person left. And, of course, based on the wormhole theory, she came back years later. How would this cover-up work? I mean, would they apply different dimensions and wormholes in mind? Or would it be kind of like the X-Files, where the truth just seeps through? And, at some point, they're done with the charade. But then again, that might be the worst thing. They say, looking for humanity's beginning. Maybe it's ending. Maybe Revelation is also another ending. Peace, peoples. I'm getting tired, and I gotta post this.